Managua as it is today. Many of the 2,000 dead, whose bodies have not yet been found, lie underneath this debris. The earthquake destroyed property worth $70 million. It's hard to realize that it took only 10 seconds to turn this capital into a mass of ruins. Look at the National Palace. When the quake destroyed it, all government records were lost. When the disaster occurred, which turned this beautiful building into a shambles, President Moncado, who lived there, was out of town. Here he is with General Trebanino of San Salvador, who led a fleet of relief planes to the stricken city. Managua, as seen from the air, is an appalling sight. The smoking ruins you see are the remains of the American and British legations gutted by fire. The injured are receiving first aid at the Marine Flying Base, the only flying field left where a safe landing may be made. Hundreds of helpers are at work cleaning up the place to prevent a plague. It's very dangerous, for the walls, weakened by terrific shocks, often go down without warning. There goes one now.
For the dead.
Well, how'd you ever get out of the market when it happened?
I don't know how, but I just grabbed the whole of the doorway, and everything came down immediately on both sides, and the wall tumbled over, and I was alive. I got pressed, and after a little while, about 5 minutes of pulling my leg, I succeeded in getting it, and pulled 2 children who were near there, also buried with this. And, I left them there, and I left home to look for my mother.
Rich and poor alike, victims of the earthquake, have no place of refuge other than the trees in the forest around the city. This is the National Theater of Managua. This is my hotel. Hello.
Residential district. In these 2 blocks, 20...
With repeated shocks terrifying the inhabitants, the few natives of Managua who stayed in town during the first quake are abandoning their homes. They are taking their furniture, or what's left of it, with them in the family ox cart. These carts, with their wooden wheels, are the only means of transport to the refugee camp just outside of town. In the camp, where thousands of natives are gathered for shelter, youngsters like these are being fed daily by the Red Cross and other relief agencies. They don't get much. Food is scarce, you know, but then it doesn't take much to make them happy.
Once the pride of Nicaragua, the beautiful capital city of Managua lies crushed beyond repair. 80% of the city looks as you see it here, with 2,000 dead, 35,000 homeless, and with a damage of $30 million. Those who escaped found themselves not only homeless but penniless. It was as though a giant hand had descended and in a flash of 6 seconds reduced Managua to a crumbling horror.
Come on back a little. Go ahead.
This was once the National Palace. 100 persons perished here. Collector General of Customs Irving Lindbergh was one of the Americans who escaped, but his chauffeur waiting outside was killed. The United States Marines are searching for the dead, assisted by native workers. Every available man was forced to labor among the ruins so that the city might be cleared of its dead. The quick work of the Marines undoubtedly saved the survivors from the added horror of pestilence and plague. Now we are flying with the Marines above the volcanic regions surrounding the devastated city. Ominous Mount Mamatambo looms before us. It is here that the violent tremors have their origin, and the shadow of this menacing giant is ever upon the humble workers on the nearby farmlands, in the villages and towns for miles around.
The generous American cooperation given by the Marine Corps, the Guardia Nacional, Canal Commission, and the American Red Cross impels the government of Nicaragua to express public recognition to the government and people of the United States of America in the most eloquent manner possible in human language.
Mr. President, in the name of the government and the people of the United States of America, I desire to express my profound gratitude for your kind words of appreciation. And I desire to assure you of my very deep sympathy in this hour of distress for the Nicaraguan nation.
Nuestro capital ha desaparecido.
Sí. ¿El día no se le murió a nadie?
Gracias a Dios, señor. Ojalá vez nuestro.
El automóvil de la recaudación de aduanas.
Aquí murió el chofer.
¿No puedo salir?
Yo camino ahí. Para allá. Para acá,
¿Dónde vamos? Eso está ya visto acá. No.
Amor, se fue ya, hombre. Vamos arriba, cambiamos los tejidos, este va por acá. Con energía, vamos. Vamos. Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Aligérense que la casa ya va a caer.
Boy, Happy Home is sure gone now.
You said it.